nice and loud. Like I like it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's going to be one of those days. Got it.
No, I'm too tired. I was going to say, let's count how many times I yawn during this thing.
Oh, Jesus. You count how many times you yawn, I count how many times I shake out my freaking arm.
What's wrong with your arm? You getting the tinglies again?
Uh-huh. Except now it's coming down from, like, my bicep area all the way down in between my elbow to the point where I'm actually not even wearing my wedding ring right now because my hand hurts so much this morning.
Is that because of the carpal tunnel again?
It could be because of the carpal tunnel, but when I went to go look it up online, apparently it's there.
Dr. Google.
Yeah, I know, right? No, this time it actually makes sense. It's not saying I'm gonna die. No, I didn't know this. There's actual version. It's not like there's carpal tunnel for your elbow. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a similar idea.
Mm-hmm.
And like the way they're describing the symptoms online and how you as to like to describe the feeling and the pain and stuff like that, it's exactly what I'm feeling right now. Have been feeling for a little while now.
All right.
I'm like, fuck.
So you've been having fun.
Yeah.
Wait, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Your left hand is tingly, and you've been having fun. I don't know.
That
I don't
doesn't
wanna
sound
know
any
what you've been
better.
doing. No. That's terrible, though. That just sounds rough. Sorry, man.
I appreciate it. Because on a good case scenario, I feel like tingling in my elbow area, the inside of my elbow. On when it gets to the rough point, it's pain. I'm like, oh my god! Like
I can only imagine.
I woke up this morning. With like my hand hurting, moving.
Oh, so it's been all day?
Yeah, it's been on and off all
Oof.
day.
Yay. I was going to say, how has your week been? But I feel like nothing's really gone on for either of us. And I feel like our first conversation is going to be about Destiny. Because the new season came out last week.
Yes.
So, hang on, my phone went to sleep. Wake up.
God damn it! You've even affected the electronics.
My phone's tired of my shit. Alright, how about we just intro this thing then and talk?
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something, but nothing came. Anyway, Ramblepack Podcast episode 51.
Yay! I actually remember that.
And I feel like I'm losing my voice, so I'm still Adam.
And hopefully I'm still Mike.
I hope so. Who are you? No, for some reason it feels hard to talk. Like I have to push, which is weird, and I don't know why. Because I feel fine. Maybe it's just because I'm tired.
It could be.
I don't know.
It's a good thing this week.
Anyway.
A light week with news, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. We got Thursday to look forward to with the Game Awards.
Yeah.
So everybody's staying quiet and waiting for all the announcements and things.
Woohoo!
Are you going to try to watch it? Because I know usually you are busy on Thursday afternoons.
We do family dinners on Wednesdays now with my in-laws. So when is the showcase again?
Think it starts at 7 or 8.
Oh, okay. I might actually be able to watch it live this time.
They have like an hour pre-show, and then the show actually starts. Hang on. I have their page up. I just need to go find the right thing.
But yeah, no, this time around I should be able to do it.
Where to watch? At 7:30. There you go.
Now is 7:30 the start of the actual show or the pre-show?
It just says starts at 7:30.
Because then I just.
So I'm going to assume it's the show.
Because then I also remember a conversation where we were trying to get it on Destiny with Brian too to hit the dungeon again.
We can do both. Usually when
Oof.
we're playing Destiny, I have... Well, you know our setup. We got the top TV and the bottom TV.
Yeah.
I usually play on the bottom TV, and then I have like YouTube or music or something up on the top TV while I'm playing with you guys. So I could just have that on in the background and keep up with things.
Well, good for you. I can't do that.
I mean, you could. You just have to fight Callie for both your computer and the TV.
But then I'd have to relocate the computer, and I want to make things as easy as possible for me. But then I could technically I could hook up the Roku to. No, if I'm on the computer and I'm playing, I could just stream it on YouTube. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Okay, scratch that. I'm a total idiot.
You're okay, Mike. It's all right.
Okay. Like apparently I'm tired too.
That's okay. It is 10. Almost. Where'd the time go? How is it already almost 11? It was just 10.
I don't know. We have kids. They don't want to sleep anymore.
No, unfortunately not. Anyway, as we were talking about, we have more Destiny to play because last Tuesday the new season kicked off.
Woohoo!
And I was wrong. I thought the new dungeon came out this week on Friday, and instead we got a nice little treat that it was last Friday.
Yeah. I'm surprised it came out that quick.
Yeah, me too. Usually when they do dungeons and raids, it feels like it's at least a week later.
Yeah.
Just to give people some time to get acclimated to things and like level up and stuff, but they just threw it out there.
Yeah, because I think the Ghost of the Deep we didn't get to like a couple of weeks in, didn't we?
I don't remember the exact day, but I don't feel like it was that fast.
Yeah, I know we at least got through. We at least got through a good chunk of the store.
Weekly stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because it may not have been when we got.
Excuse me.
It may not have been when we got the legendary version of the salvage, but we at least got did the two main rituals, and I think. No, because then the sword part didn't come till after the dungeon had released. You know what I'm talking about, right?
The exotic quest?
Yeah, the Wicked Implement.
Mm-hmm.
Because that came after the dungeon, I want to say.
I don't remember. I just remember it took a few weeks for us to even do the exotic quest because you had to collect those pieces from whatever runs.
Yeah.
Either way, dungeon's cool. I really like it. I like the aesthetic and the feel of it, and the fact that, like, sure, it's puzzles, but it's just straight up boss fights. Just 3 boss fights in a row with some pretty crazy mechanics.
Yeah, it's short. It's not... Like, I want to say the amount of fighting we have in the new dungeon is just as much as we had in the deep, but you don't have... It's not as expansive.
It also... once you get the rhythm down, it goes by fairly quickly, so long as you can maintain DPS.
Yeah.
But it's just a... what's cool about it is it's a constant movement thing.
Yeah.
You're always doing something during every single boss fight, especially the last one. It's a mobile fight, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Because I want to say I felt more comfortable fighting. Like it was still hard. Don't get me wrong. I felt more comfortable fighting the final boss in this one than I did in Ghost of the Deep. Because the other one
Really?
it just seemed nuts.
They just have a lot of health and a lot of cheap shit.
Yeah.
And Ghosts of the Deep.
Whereas this one, it actually makes sense. Like you said, there's a rhythm to it. So I have to agree. I really like this dungeon.
Mm-hmm. I still have not looked up the lore behind anything. All I understand is there is Ahamkara bones there, and it's about someone's revenge or vengeance. That's all I've gathered.
We will.
How are you feeling about the season so far?
I don't know.
We haven't done the second week stuff today, so
yeah,
not sure.
it seems fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not caring for. Oh my god, what the fuck is the name of it? The thing that we keep dying on that we can't seem to complete.
When you say complete, do you mean do 4 full runs?
Yeah.
The coil.
Coil, yeah, there we go. I knew it started with a C.
We're doing well though. For us, for the last part just being me and you, we did pretty well.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I don't get people's complaints about running blind well because I still enjoy that activity, but a lot of people don't like it for some reason.
Why? How's that any
I don't
different than
know.
any other shit you do?
I don't know. I think it might be the loot pool. I think it might be the fact that it's the same no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only thing that changes when you're doing blind well is the higher tier charge of light that you put in makes the enemies more difficult, and you can only put in the unstable if you do a tier 3.
Mm-hmm.
But the general runs of blind well all go the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually like the same spots that you have to run to, the same amount of enemies. They come from the same areas. The bosses don't change depending on the tiers that you do. But I still think it's fun. I enjoy doing it. But I guess because I like that, I like running the coil too, even if we haven't done 4 full runs. The fact that we can get through 3 is pretty good. And we get a shit ton of loot. That's all I keep hearing from people talking about. It's like, this is great. Look at all the stuff we get.
I don't know. I think it's just weird. It's just weird getting used to the mechanics, or the fact that, or more getting used to the fact that there's multiple mechanics at play, where you have to keep the amount of revive tokens in mind. Picking.
I hate the stupid spike traps.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Those are very touchy.
Mm-hmm. And some of them it doesn't let you. There's some they could put in much better places, and still achieve the
like
same.
when you first walk in the doorway there with the little platform that's pushing into the side,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't really jump over it. That one is so finicky.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
I want to know more. I kind of don't care about the story right now, but I listened to some of the stuff from this week, and like it introduces a little bit of intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to spoil it, or you want to play it and find out for yourself?
Oh, go ahead.
So you know how we're trying to find Riven's eggs through the ley lines or whatever?
Yeah.
Riven is suggesting or saying that the eggs weren't just like cast into the ascendant plane or cast across the ascendant plane through the ley lines or whatever. Somebody intentionally did it, and she's blaming Mara.
Okay.
But Mara didn't know anything about the eggs, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got a little bit of a mystery.
Well, somebody had to have done it.
Who knows? The 2 biggest culprits right now are Savathun and Mara.
Yeah, true. That's just a matter of who actually knew the eggs were around to begin with.
Oh, and today I found out, remember Veil Containment?
Mm-hmm.
Where you just go into the area, oh God, what is the stupid machine that they call it on Neomuna, where they plug into their own matrix thing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, I can't remember it either. The Arc, the Cloud Arc.
Yeah, Cloud Arc, there you go.
So that big room, the Veil Containment thing, that big room, where you load in, listen to Osiris tell you a little bit of story each week, and then you're done.
Yep.
Apparently that's back and there's more story there. Yeah, I had no idea either, and there's no indication of it. But some of the stuff I listened to this week about the story said there's more veil containment lore. I'm like, what? When? So, got more story there for Osiris to talk at you.
Yay.
Yeah. I know you're so excited.
No, I'm good. I'm probably not going to return to that.
I mean, if you want to learn more about lore and what's going on, go for it.
But that's what I got you on YouTube for.
Yay, I'm useful. Fair enough.
If it's worked into the story, I can understand. But if like in that particular scenario, I'm not gonna go at unless there's something in it for me type of thing. I'm not really gonna go out of my way to go listen to all that stuff.
It sucks that it's like you say, it's out of the way. Especially if there's no indication and nothing telling you, hey, there's something here to go look at.
Yeah.
But it is, I want to say it is central to the story, but it's not like you are missing something, but it's more Osiris drawing lines from different points to make sense of what's going on and finding a way to get inside the Traveler. That's really all it is. It's just him saying, because of this is this, and this is that, so if that's this, then this is that. But he's still piecing things together to try to make sense out of it all. So, not much, but still, lore.
Yay.
Anyway, GTA 6 trailer leaked.
Nice segue. It looks cool.
It's unfortunate that it leaked, though. A lot of people at Rockstar were... they deleted them after they tweeted it, but a lot of them were pissed off. Tuesday was supposed to be the unveiling of it and showing it off at like 9 a.m. And then late Monday night, they put it out because somebody had leaked it. And what's even shittier, too, is the leak, they put like a stupid fucking watermark in the middle of it, dealing with like Bitcoin and stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So it's just that, I don't know, the way it just feels really shitty to, one, leak it, and two, it's like, let me promote my Bitcoin thing just because I can leak this and ruin other people's surprise. I don't know. It was a shitty thing for them to do it, but good on Rockstar. They're like, it feels like they were prepared for it.
Right.
Because it was only a matter of minutes, basically. I think the trailer, someone broke down the timeline, but it was like, I forget the time specifically, but it was like, trailer gets leaked. It was like 10 or 15 minutes later, that Twitter account was brought down, and the leaked trailer was privated, and then another 15 or 20 minutes after that, Rockstar put up the official trailer and tweeted out, hey, go watch the official thing now. So then everybody got to watch it last night instead of today, like they were supposed to. But yes, the trailer looks so good.
Booty, 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 walking everywhere.
There is a lot of butt. A lot of butt and bikinis. But that makes sense because they're going back to Vice City.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you after watching that trailer, but I don't know if it's going to be two main characters or just, what was her name? Lucia, I think is the main lady's name.
I think so.
But when they were both on screen, it had like a big Bonnie and Clyde feel to it.
Yeah. I'm thinking the story's just mainly going to follow her, but then like how she got there type of in that particular scenario or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an integral part in that.
Someone pointed out something really cool too. For GTA 5, the map was already open as soon as you started the game. You could go anywhere and do anything. Red Dead Redemption 2 and other GTAs have you kind of roped off at first until you learn like the hang of things. You only could access certain areas for story reasons or whatever. Like as an example for Red Dead, if you start off with like your introduction mission and then you're thrown into the world. But if you go to a specific area, you're automatically at like a 5-star wanted level and people are shooting you on sight. And I think the story reason for that was like your gang had just like robbed that place, so obviously alert was on high, so you couldn't just visit it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was their way of roping you off into certain areas for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Someone pointed out in the promotional art for GTA 6 that Lucia is wearing an ankle bracelet, like a monitoring thing. So they were speculating, because of the trailer shows her getting out of jail, they might introduce the whole roping off thing by having her wear that bracelet, and then like the map opens up after she gets it removed. And that's all speculation, but that would be a pretty smart way to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Knowing Rockstar, they probably have all these little details already figured out.
I thought you were gonna say they're gonna let you have free reign right from the get-go.
I mean, they very well could do that too.
Yeah.
It's just speculation. Who knows? But the game also doesn't come out until 2025, so we're not going to know shit for a while. Also, this trailer was labeled Trailer 1, so who knows when the next one's coming.
Oh, Jesus.
And how many after that.
Oh, God. It's gonna be fun. I just hope...
I'm excited. I'm not... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I hope the final game looks just as good as the trailer does. I really do.
I think it will. They're focusing on the newest gen hardware. Current gen? It sounds weird to say newest. They're focusing on current gen hardware. PS5 and Xbox Series X. No PC port yet, but I'm sure that will come later.
Oh, without a doubt, saying because that's their cash and their moneymaker for the GTA 5 at this point.
I don't know if PC is more so, but it's more GTA Online and microtransactions.
Yeah.
They made a crap ton of money off that stuff. And they re-released GTA 5 a bunch of times. It first came out on PS4 and Xbox One. And then they did a next-gen update for it, I think. And then the PC version came out. Or maybe it was the other way around.
I thought 5 went as far back as PS3.
I honestly don't know. It's been 10 years, so
Yeah.
it very well could be.
It's been a while. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's been 10 years since GTA 5 came out.
Yeah. About damn time.
Oh, another funny thing about that is once the trailer came out and people were talking about GTA 6, GTA 7 was trending.
Oh, Jesus.
I know, right? It's like, come on. We just got this. Stop it. Too soon.
Start asking for it now. It might actually come in a decent amount of time.
Yeah, in another 15 years, we'll get another one.
Oh, Jesus. And as the trailer just came out, people are already complaining, this is not appropriate for children. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, it's not a children's game. What do you expect? What are the complaints? Because you did mention that to me earlier, but I haven't seen anything about it. But also, it's not usually in my circle, so I don't know.
No, it's just like minor things that I see on like comment sections and stuff like that, where people are. It's more so people complaining about those complainers. I think a few of them were saying how like there's already Karens complaining about, oh, this is not appropriate for boys. This is gonna demoralize them, or something along the lines of they're not gonna treat women right and stuff like that. I'm like, then you shouldn't be putting this in front of your kid.
There's a lot of other things that are already doing that in this day and age, not video games, which should be looked at. So, yeah. Watch who your kids watch online. Worry about that.
Oh my God. And you can't even hide behind the fact of like, oh, there's a YouTube for kids. No, some of that shit still makes it onto the YouTube for kids.
Yep.
That's where we had to cut off cut off Sawyer from YouTube altogether for a little while. Be like, you need to calm down a little bit. No.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff.
Oh yeah. Know what else? What else is actually fun?
What?
There's gonna be a Donkey Kong Country in Universal Studios.
So, is that the one in Japan?
Yeah.
So they're finally expanding it, huh?
Yeah. I thought that was
It's
cool.
very interesting, especially since it's labeled Super Mario Land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now they're adding Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm. And people were speculating that was going to happen because there's a big DK. They were saying when they opened up the Mario Land, there was a big DK door in there.
Oh, well, that kind of gives it away then.
Yeah. So they were like, "Oh, is that going to be? Are they going to add another land, or is that just like a nod to, hey, this is Donkey Kong?"
Mm-hmm.
Well,
apparently, they're adding DK World.
That's going to be cool.
I will say I did see the CGI 3D trailer, like fly-through they showed.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't really show you the real thing, but I guess it's just their idea of what they're shooting for. Did you watch it?
I did not watch it, but from way it was described, it was pretty cool, and I'm excited, and I can't wait till Mario World comes to Florida. I'm a Disney fan through and through, but I want to see it.
It's there.
I thought it was California.
I thought it was in Florida. One of the places has it and it's open.
I don't think it's Florida. I
don't know.
I think
I
it's
just know one of them has it.
Yeah, I think it's California. I think the Mario World's supposed to be coming into the new the new land that Universal is doing. What is it called? Epic Adventure or something like that?
I don't know. I'm not a theme park person. I have no idea.
Universe.
I just know that it is somewhere. But now that I'm thinking about it longer, I think you're right. It is California because a lot of the people that I follow online and stuff were there, and they live in California. You're looking it up now, huh?
Oh yeah. Announced the Super Nintendo will open in Florida. When was this article? February of 2023. First two being in Japan and California. So yeah, that's the one that's open.
Okay.
But yeah, they're going to be doing one in Epic Universe. Yeah, that's the new theme park that they're going to be doing.
Okay.
And apparently there's going to be a Minions Land. Woohoo!
Cool.
Give my kid another reason to be a total nut job.
No joke, I really like the Despicable Me movies, but I do not like the Minions.
Why not?
They're annoying.
They're dumb little idiots.
They are on the same level as the Rabbids from Rayman. Do you know what they are?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just work successful.
They are annoying too. It's just another one of those instances of like the Rabbids were the enemy. Not that the Minions are the enemy, but there's just the annoying little side character who all of a sudden takes on a life of their own and everybody loves them.
Because stupidity sells. What do you want me to say?
Jesus. What happened? It used to be sex sells and now it's stupidity sells.
Well, started with Jackass, then...
Stupid, sexy minions.
Oh my god. Well, one of them does wear a maid outfit at one point.
Well, now I know what Mike's into.
Yes. I'm into tiny little banana-colored... Whatever the...
I was talking about dressing up in maid outfits, but sure, go off.
Oh my god. No, but I'm looking forward to it just because of the fact that, like, again, this is more video game representation in the real world type of thing.
In the real world.
You know what I mean.
it's more mainstream rather than just, well, even I say that, and it's like video games are way mainstream nowadays compared to back when we were kids.
Yeah. Like, it was like, oh, it's just a video game. It's a toy type of thing. Well, now it's actually part of the... It's...
The social zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's cool. It's what's getting us more video game movies and stuff. It's just unfortunate for the industry this year. Record profits, and the industry makes money, or more money than like film and TV and stuff. But yet they can't pay their employees enough and keep the studios open.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Who's on the chopping block today?
I don't know if it was actually Monday that some new stuff came out. I'm not familiar with them or what work they've done, but New World Interactive are shutting down because of Embracer 2. It was not announced publicly to anyone or anything, but one of the ex-escapist people tweeted about it and said some sources said that that New World Interactive was being shuttered on Monday morning.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. They were informed that morning, was like, yeah, we're going. So, add that to the list of Embracer fails.
Good job, Embracer.
Yay. A lot of people are mad. Like, yeah, studios shutting down and employees being laid off sucks, but like, Embracer is gaining a lot of ire.
Oh, they should. I'm sorry.
I agree.
They made a stupid decision based off of a verbal agreement. Who the fuck does that? I don't give a flying shit if it was the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. You don't have it in writing. You don't have shit.
Yeah, don't start making deals until the ink's dry.
Yeah.
I saw some people comparing it to EA back in like the early 2000s. They made a similar push about like acquiring studios and stuff, and then laying off people and closing studios. However, EA actually let these studios make their games and fail on their own feet.
Yeah.
If they put out a bad game and that hurt the studio, that was on the studio, not on EA. They didn't take funding away. They didn't say you didn't hit marks, we're closing you. They just purchased them and let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Which a lot of them still held out for a while. So, I don't know. Things are weird.
Yes, they are. Dumbasses.
Yeah. Ooh. Speaking of weird, I'm excited because this is weird.
What?
I'm hoping it is weird. So you remember the Alan Wake thing we talked about last podcast and the music video music video level. So that band is actually going to be performing at the Game Awards.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. It was just an announcement. They didn't say what song they were playing, if it was going to be like a huge show, or if they're just doing music or what. So, of course, once that comes out, everybody who's played Alan Wake is like, oh, they're going to do the song. They're going to do Herald of Darkness. And then, of course, followed by, are they going to get the people up there doing the dance and stuff? So, hopefully, that's a 9-minute long song, so probably not the whole thing. They could also go the route of doing a medley from a handful of their games, because that Poets of the Fall is the real-life band. In the Remedyverse, that band is in there doing songs for different things at different times called the Old Gods of Asgard. They have done music for Alan Wake 2, and Control. I'm sure that there have been others in there. But their musical levels in each of those games, it was all Poets of the Fall that did the music, and like they made the gameplay around that stuff.
Yep.
So they could do a medley of like those games, like the big songs from those games, or very specific ones, or just one. Who knows? there's a lot that they have to pull from. Besides just this one. This one's just the biggest one. Because everybody's in love with it. So I'm hoping that it's at least Herald of Darkness gets thrown in there.
Yeah.
Because it's, as the kids say, a certified banger.
Oh, Jesus.
It's fire. I'm so old. I don't know. I'm just excited. I want to see what song it is. But I'm also like, I've been super into Alan Wake and in love with it lately. That's like, we haven't gotten to that talk yet, but I think that's my game of the year, and only because I haven't touched Baldur's Gate yet. So of course I'm like overly excited.
Yes. And I'll be the realist and say it's Baldur's Gate.
What? That could be your choice. My personal game of the year, my vote for me, myself, is Alan Wake.
Okay.
What do I think is going to win game of the year? Probably Baldur's Gate 3, which is fine. Anyway, that was just a cool announcement that I saw that just happened recently. I think it was last Thursday.
Yep.
Or over the weekend, one of the two. It was relatively recent.
So something else to look forward to.
You also had an announcement that you put on the list, which I did see, and I was like, that actually got me excited.
What? You talking?
Shadow.
Huh?
Shadow.
Yeah! That was awesome. So, Sonic?
I love Sonic Adventure 2. Dreamcast, and I played the shit out of it on the GameCube, and I have it on the Xbox as well. I really love that game.
So apparently Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is back in production. Though I think they were recording the entire time, even during the strike, just not the actor portion, right?
I honestly have no idea. I didn't keep up with it or anything.
But yeah, the production had stalled due to the strikes. At this point, it didn't give much, other than saying that Jeff Fowler's still staying in as the director. They went over the returning cast. But they did do a teaser photo of Shadow, or at least the bottom half of him, and he's looking awesome. I want those shoes.
Yeah. You want those shoes?
Yep. Because it also reminds me of a freaking Gundam foot.
Well, they're very similar to that. On the bottom of them, there's two holes that he uses to hover. He doesn't run. He, like, skates.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
It goes to show how much I know about Shadow.
You mentioned the shoes. I don't remember if it was Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2, but a shoe company did do a collab with Sega to design a shoe that Sonic actually wore in-game, I think, or they used him in advertisements, and they either made the shoe to look similar to what Sonic's looked in-game, or Sonic's shoe is what they designed. It's one of the two.
Okay. Sonic shoe collab.
And I'm not even a huge fan of Shadow. I just think he's cool. That sounds really lame, but I think he's cool, and like his character is kind of interesting, especially from the second story.
Yeah.
I just feel like bringing him back after the end of Adventure 2 feels really, I don't know if ham-fisted is the right word, but it's like it doesn't answer anything. And then, of course, we got some really shitty Sonic games after Adventure 2, like trying to use the characters and stuff, like Shadow got a gun.
You said it was
and
Fila,
Sonic
right?
became a werehog. I don't know the shoe company. I just remember that they did a collab with them.
I want to say it's Fila, but yeah, they made it look like it's slip-in shoes that looks like Sonic's shoes.
Oh, no. Not that one. You're probably right on that too, but no, I'm thinking of soaps.
Soaps?
Soaps are the shoes that had like the metal plate in the bottom bridge, like along the side, so you can grind on rails like Sonic does.
Okay. Yeah, they designed it for Frontiers.
Okay, there you go.
That's not a bad looking shoe either.
You gonna go grind some rails with them?
God, no. Like I said, I'm extra squishy. Oh god, I just saw a Croc Sonic collab.
Oh no.
Nope, I'm good.
Why?
I don't
Can those shoes go away now, please?
know. I don't even think a Croc would want them.
You say croc, and my brain went in two different ways.
No, just...
First was back to the GTA 6 trailer, where there was a bunch of crocodiles running around.
That was awesome.
Walking into stores and stuff. And then my brain went to Vampire Survivors and wondering if they're going to put a croc in that game. Don't look at me like that. It's just, a crocodile could be another character because they're shit that's out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're including a bunch of different lore and stuff like that through all their updates. I'm sure it's not on this one, but they just put out another update. I think it's 1.8 was their adventure update,
Yep.
where they actually introduced story mode.
Okay.
It's not like a fully fledged story where you're like playing through missions and stuff like that, but like all I understand from it, because I haven't touched it yet, was there's an adventure mode with a big old button that apparently resets and remixes gameplays with some story elements to it. So I'm going to have to test that out and see what it's like. Yeah, not like I need any excuse to get into that game. I'll just play it to play it.
I thought you were trying to shoehorn a segue there. But it actually had something to do with that. Okay.
Yeah. It was a topic. Thank you.
That works. Want to talk about another expansion? Or update?
I was going to say something, but yeah.
Guess what went live today?
The Disney Dreamlight expansion. Yay.
Well, technically, the game, the base game went full live today too.
Yeah, it's 1.0 now.
Yeah.
It's out of early access.
So if you didn't buy early access to get the extra shit, sucks to be you.
Well, now you got to buy the actual game.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's not badly priced. I like the price point that they have it at. Base game $30, expansion itself another $30. So
yeah.
It's reasonable.
Honestly, that's still priced like a free-to-play game.
Yeah. Given that they're still giving...
Because usually if it's free-to-play, they have like the starter packs, and those are $20 to $30. So having a $30 introductory cost makes sense.
Yeah, and they've said they're going to keep giving out free updates too, not just the expansions.
Yeah, it's the expansions that they're going to charge.
Right.
Speaking of which, do you have any idea how much the Rift in Time is?
When we bought ours on the PlayStation, it should be the same price. Just the expansion was $30.
Gross.
Not if it's the same amount of content as the base game.
That's a lot, though, because they've added a lot to the base game.
Yeah.
I have not gotten in there to test it to see, but now that's making me a little leery because it's like $30 for the base game plus another $30 for this expansion. I kind of doubt that it's on the same level of the base game with content-wise, but that's not to say that there's not a lot more stuff to do. I'm sure that they added a lot in like the new quest line and stuff like that.
Right.
But that feels pricey.
I
was expecting more like 15.
I don't think so. I don't think it's pricey just because of the fact that like you have to think about it. It's not just yes, you there's a finite amount of stuff you're gonna have to do now, but there's still more content that's going to be released as time goes on. It's not just like a one and done type of thing, and we've seen people charge more for less. Case in point, put it this way: what we talked about last time, the Witcher 3 DLC, where you pay $20 for a skin.
You're talking about for Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's $20 per skin.
Per skin. Whereas you're paying $30 for an expansion that's going to be releasing content throughout the year. Oh, we paid more for Destiny expansions.
Depends on how you buy it.
If you buy it without it being some type of special or whatnot.
Well, if you buy them individually, it's way more than if you just buy it all in one shot, too.
Right. Which I'm sure somewhere down the line, once there's a couple of expansions, Disney Dreamlight's going to offer some kind of bundle deal type of thing if you want to do that.
Now, while I agree with the point you're making, games that have expansions do the same thing.
Mm.
I still say $30 is a lot, especially when I think that a lot of their stuff is being supplemented with their microtransactions. Games with expansions, you buy the expansion, you have it, and it's typically iterated on and updated and things added to it as well. So I don't understand the argument. Same idea. It's just in this case, they also have microtransactions.
Right. I see it. I'm not exactly sure. I'm grasping your point, because I'm likening it.
I still say $30 is expensive. Even if it is being added to later on in the year and stuff's going on throughout the expansion, it's the same thing with a lot of games with expansions.
Yeah, you're paying for it.
It's just different price.
Right,
but what I'm saying is other games will sell the expansion for like $15 or $20 sometimes. And you were saying Dreamlight is adding to Rift in Time and being updated and iterated on, and things are happening in that. Same thing happens with the other games with expansions. My sticking point is that it's being so expensive for this.
I'll have to disagree on price point. If it's solely on price point, I'll have to disagree. Just because of the fact that people spend that same amount of money on a season pass, which is essentially the same thing.
See, a season pass isn't, though, because that's just like a ticket to get into whatever content they give out. And it's always different. It's not just one lump sum and then you move on. I don't know. The way they do things nowadays is weird, because remember when PC games first came out and there would be like the base game, and then they would put out, for more or less for lack of a better word, their expansions.
Yep.
The first one that comes to mind is lost the word. Lost the name of it. I can see the case for the game and everything, and I cannot think of the name of it. It's a Blizzard game. It's an RTS. StarCraft.
Yep.
There we go. Got there. StarCraft had expansions, and they were a separate disc. You had to buy it, and you owned it, and you played it, and you had all these other things too. But now it's like all that can change as well, and everything's so fragmented. Like nowadays, you don't see that sort of expansion. It's not like, here it is, here's the game, play it, be done with it. It's more, here's the game, we're going to keep changing things and adding to it, and add stuff that you can buy to it, and change the pricing off and on, and whatever else.
Yeah. But they're not saying that they're changing the pricing, though. For all we know,
No, I'm not saying that they're changing the pricing. I'm just saying things are different now compared to then.
Fair enough. At least in that regard, I'll agree. just because of the fact that you're not getting the whole thing in one shot.
I also don't know how expansive this thing is.
Right.
Just at base either.
Right.
I haven't loaded it up. I haven't touched it. I don't know.
Right, and even not at base, because Dreamlight was the same way for the base game when we got the early access, and we paid just as much, if not more, for those versions. For all we know, it could be, we call it an expansion, but it could just be a whole other. For a better comparison, like think about like the Harry Potter books. The base
Do
game.
I have to?
It's those type of stories, smartass.
Okay.
Where the base game was book 1, this expansion is book 2 type of deal. It's its own story. It's a continuation of the story, but it's its own story in itself. For all we know, it could be that type of deal, which would in my opinion, would give the value to charging the same amount of money for the expansion as you would for the base game.
That would kind of suck for the game itself, though, if the things are split. Like you have to load into one side to do one thing, and then load into the other to do the other thing.
That's what I'm wondering about, because I haven't played the Rift in Time yet. Because like I said, when you go to the main menu, you have the continue, you have the multiplayer, and then you have the Rift in Time. I'm hoping it's just you click into the Rift in Time, it lets you continue from where you were, and that becomes the new continue. And that's just the way the game allows you to, like, for some reason, if you don't want to do the story right away and you just want to go in, like for example, where they gave out Jack as the free update, as the character for the update this time around. Mm-hmm. You just wanted to go in and get Jack, and you didn't want to start up the story yet. You hit the continue without going into a Rift in Time. You can go and try and get Jack. I don't know. It could very well just be like that, and I'm overthinking things, but
only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Not tonight, though. It's getting late.
Long story short, I hope it does as well as the base game did, and here's looking forward to it.
I think it will, yeah. And I think that they have no worries about making money.
I don't doubt that either.
I just feel like this is a bit much. As much as I understand it. My biggest hang-up is just that that game still feels like it's very heavy on microtransactions, and that's where a lot of their money's coming from. So why not subsidize things? But their hands could also be tied. Who knows?
It could be. And like we've talked about in the past, they give Moonstones out like it's candy in the game. Mm-hmm. So they might not make as much money in microtransactions as they originally anticipated, and that's what is causing this whole situation.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Not us.
Nope.
So we both had something about PlayStation this week.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know which one of those is worse.
What was yours?
I want to know what you think about mine. You go ahead and share your PlayStation story first, and then I'll share mine and talk about it, and I want to know how you feel about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because this goes along with what we've talked about owning versus quote-unquote renting and physical media.
I'm going to get mad, aren't I?
You might.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if this is going to affect you, but it's along those topics that we talked about, and I know your sentiments on it, so...
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, okay. It's going to be fun.
So I'll get myself prepped.
Okay.
Because when I was reading mine, I was kind of getting angry, and I wasn't one of the people affected. So, trust me, I would definitely have converted, if that was the case.
To Christianity?
Smart ass. But no. Apparently, a bunch of players reported that their PlayStation Network accounts were suspended, like permanently suspended.
And no reasons as to why.
Yeah, they just logged in and got a notification saying your account has been permanently suspended. They didn't give them a reason as to why they were suspended, and the worst part about it is when they try, there's no way for them to try to appeal it. And when they tried to get a hold of PlayStation's customer service, the best answer that they got was start a new one and ended the conversation.
What the hell?
Yeah. But
Great customer service.
uh-huh.
Jesus.
But yeah, no. Like for example, the last time something like this happened, but then again, that particular case, it sounded reasonable. I have to look into it more. But like back in 2020, a whole bunch of PS5 users got banned because they took advantage of the PlayStation Plus collection loophole.
What's that?
I don't know what that is. I'm assuming there must have been some type of oh my god, some type of exploit with the PlayStation Plus stuff, where they got shit that they weren't supposed to have, and apparently their accounts got banned. But in this particular case, for this one though, is the players that did get the permanent suspensions. There was there was no notification as to why, but they didn't get like any chargebacks or anything like that either on their recent transactions.
No.
But like later on, some users then also started reporting that did get the suspension. They started reporting that, hey, their accounts were back online, so people are thinking maybe PlayStation Network had a little snafu.
Had a glitch of some sort.
Uh-huh. But one of the biggest...
That's still not cool.
No, not at all. It's brought to light, like, alluding to what we were talking about before, where a lot of the games now are digital only, or they're trying to push digital only. You pay all that money for the game, your account gets banned. You're fucked.
Yeah.
You too bad, so sad. You just lost out on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Especially where, like I said, some of these users contacted the customer service, and the customer service told them start a new account. So basically, say, hey, shut up, give us more money.
I'm wondering if accounts that were banned, if they have the physical disc, if they would still be able to play it. And I'm only wondering that because a lot of the times these games have to have an internet connection of some sort for whatever reason.
Right.
Or it just periodically checks for things.
Yeah.
I am still saying that is such a shitty requirement for a single-player game to have to be always online or have to have a connection so that way it can check for whatever things. So I wonder if they would be able to do that, or if it would ban that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if your account gets banned on that, all your purchases are null and void. You cannot access it unless they unban your account. And that's just how that shit works.
Yeah. And if that's the case and I'm giving you money for a game, fuck you. I want to be able to play my game. Fine, take away my my online privileges or whatever.
Like put you in timeout.
Yeah, I paid for a product. I want to be able to play my product.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but I also believe that like their sentiment or idea behind it is like, you know, this is our service, this is our stuff. You play by our rules. If you don't, you can't do it anymore.
That
not very consumer focused, but I get that idea. As shitty as it is,
I get the idea too, but that's the problem. The issue is they shifted that in mentality from, oh, we were selling you a game that you get to keep and play. Before, now it's, oh, we're giving you we're selling you the rights to be able to access our game. You're not even getting the physical game anymore.
So let me ask you, what happens when you do that and say a company, don't really know how to put this, but their licensing for something expires.
I don't give a shit. I paid you money.
Well, Sony, the company, is going to be deleting up to about 1,200 different titles from Discovery's backlog of content from their stuff, and it's going to affect a lot of like Sony and or PlayStation users, people who have bought these shows and watch them on their systems or wherever they watch them digitally. They will be removed from their libraries because of the content licensing being because of the content license for these things is expiring. They will no longer be able to access these shows from any Sony stuff or be able to watch them or even get some sort of refund or anything like that. Nothing. Shows are gone. People who spent money on them. Poof.
I think that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to, at least if you're going to go that route, it's still as shitty as it was, do it the same way Nintendo did. We're shutting down our store. Get your shit before it's done, and make sure it's downloaded on your system. You ain't gonna have access to it again.
Right. If you want to take it off your own personal libraries, or if you're losing access to it or whatever, fine. But if people have bought it, honor those purchases.
Right. They bought it. They're not buying. It's going back to what we were just talking about. You're paying for the right to use.
Beat up
that
stuff. Mic.
Sorry. You're paying them to license something that they're licensing out.
Right.
What the fuck? If that's the case, become a fucking streaming service.
That's really all it is. I mean, you're paying for access to these things. You're renting the license from them, and they have all the right in the world to take it back whenever for whatever reason.
Right.
And that's not the case with physical media. You know, once you have it in your hand, you have it. You have access to it from there.
Right.
But like I had mentioned, things have changed where even if you have the disc and you put it in, it still has to download the game from whatever, and you still have to be online for them to check for shit. And that enables them to probably stop it if they don't want you to play it.
Right. I don't agree with that.
Sucks.
I think that's the next thing that needs to be addressed. Want to talk about fair practices? Let's deal with that.
Yeah. And like we've said, that ties into the whole video game preservation thing too, because without a way to actually access these games and play them, once they shut down the servers and stuff, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's it. It's unfortunate.
Wake up, people.
I guess that's like the downside of an all-digital age.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Access can be given and taken in a split second.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because they have your money.
Because I thought, like, when digital codes first came out and shit like that, you know how, like, you'd get the DVDs or the Blu-rays and it comes with the digital code included, so you can be able to have the streamable version of it or whatnot of the movies. When those first came out, I thought, oh, that was the coolest fucking idea in the world. So, like, I like having...
Provided it's DRM free, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. Because then, at least in that At least in that particular case, I have a physical copy. I'm okay with that, but at least I don't have to lug it around. I can download it onto whatever system I want to use at that time if I want to go away and still be able to watch it.
Right.
But at that time. I clearly didn't think of, hey, what if they did away with the physical media? What if they can, at the drop of a hat, say you're shit out of luck. The perfect example was the Disney one, where the Disney movies, if you redeem the code through their site, if you didn't have that account linked to like your Voodoo or your Amazon or Google or all that stuff, when that website went down, you didn't have access to that stuff anymore. You have it linked; it stays linked at that point, so you can still access that stuff. But once it was gone, it was gone. Those codes are used up and out of there.
And just to play devil's advocate too, there's a real monetary cost to like maintaining servers in general.
Mm-hmm.
Having access to these games and like just being hosted somewhere so that people can access them, download them, play them, whatever.
Mm.
It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of electricity. And just data transfer. So, sure, I can understand the business side of it, and maybe it makes more fiscal sense to stop supporting these things for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that would just do more harm than good to the industry itself.
I agree.
Not to mention it just pisses off consumers when they don't have access to stuff that they bought.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, if you're gonna go that option and take shit off, do it the same way. Do it the same way Nintendo did. You bought the game. Here's your opportunity. Download the full game. Make sure you have it somewhere. Because once it's gone, it's gone. You're not gonna be able to get it back.
Gone are the days of the 360 and PS3. And I only say that because I have my 360 downstairs. I can go and hook that thing up and play it still with no problem. All my digital games are on there. Won't have an issue playing them.
Can't say the same for me. I think I gave my brother or my sister my PlayStation 3. So
was it the one that could play old games?
no, I wasn't lucky enough to get one of those. Though what's weird is you can pop in a PlayStation game at like a physical disc into a PS4 and it'll play. But you can't play PS2 or PS3 games on it.
That's weird.
A little bit.
Wonder why.
You and me both.
Oh, just as a little teaser for you, one of your Christmas gifts has arrived today. Hee hee.
Ooh. And as a little teaser to you, which you probably already know, one of your Christmas gifts is already at your house too. And you're not allowed to touch it.
It is? What? I had no idea.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Now I'm going to tear apart the house finding it. Meg must have hid it on me.
Well,
I had no clue.
Well, what technically happened was, remember how you and I discussed, because you guys were going away for Christmas, we were just going to exchange gifts when you guys come down to visit to see Morgan.
Yeah.
I had told Callie, hey, when you get the gifts, because she's the one that I have no idea what you're getting, so you can't get it out of me.
She took care of it this year, huh?
Yeah, she was like, did you
Okay.
did you get Adam's gift yet? I'm like, no. Okay, I'm taking care of it. Okay.
Yeah, she was asking me what to get you for Christmas,
Uh-huh.
and then asked me about something and what I liked, and I gave her an answer. So I have an idea what it could be.
I have no idea. All I know is that whatever you got, it probably has something to do with what I got. Because she
What
wouldn't
you
tell.
got from me has nothing to do with that, though. It's different. You're not going to be able to guess it.
Oh fuck!
You could try. It's something you like, I'll tell you that.
No, I'll wait to be surprised.
Okay.
But yeah, no. What happened was, she ordered it, and I was like, because then I ended up ordering Meg's for her, and I was like, oh, okay. When is yours supposed to be coming in? And she's like, it should be getting to their house within the next couple of days or something. I'm like, what do you mean? You were supposed to send it here. I'm like, I didn't know that. I'm like, yes, we did. We talked to you. We discussed this the other day.
She's got pregnancy brain. It's okay.
Yep. So I was like, oh, shit, you better tell Meg.
And she must have told her because Meg didn't say a word to me.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen a box. Nothing. I didn't know anything about it.
Oh, okay.
So
don't mention that you know about it.
don't tell her that I know that she knows.
Yeah, pay to watch.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to look for this thing now.
Don't
No,
open the
I'll
box,
try to be
goddammit.
nice and not ruin it. I'll try to do the right thing. Maybe.
Dun, dun, dun.
I gotta finish getting all the Christmas gifts for other people too. Coming down to the wire. Yay.
Yeah, it's been tough this year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it feels like these last 4 weeks, 6 weeks have just like all hit at once.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. All the weeks have kind of blended in and everything's just happening one after another. Doesn't feel like there's really been any downtime.
Nope. And still not going to be any downtime for quite a while.
Nope. Yay. I'm looking forward to the break.
Mm-hmm. You and me both. Speaking of breaks, let's close this out for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's do that. We'll make our what's the thing that's happening Thursday? Game Awards. I'm tired. We'll make our predictions after we're done here, and then we'll talk about it on next week. I was gonna say Thursday, but we're not recording on Thursday. We're playing Destiny and watching the show.
Yeah.
Yes, we will make our predictions and then compare and contrast.
Sounds good to me.
I was gonna say, you want to make a contest out of it so you can guess the most right. I don't know what we would win from it, but
Let's make a gentleman's wager. I don't know. What would you want to
Okay.
wager?
I don't know. The only time I've ever wagered somebody was a friend. We were playing. Why? Every time I think of a game, I see it in my head. I know the name. I go to say it. I forget it. Ay. Far Cry Blood Dragon back on the 360. A friend and I was really into that idea of the game, and because it was a shorter game, we decided to do an achievement race in it.
Yeah.
Whoever could get all the achievements first.
Yeah.
The winner would get coffee paid for by the other one.
Ah, okay.
I won by about a half an hour.
Oh,
we would only play it together at the same time
Yeah.
and try to see who got all the achievements first.
Yeah.
I beat him by about a half an hour.
Oh, goddamn.
It was cool. It was a lot of fun. It made playing the game different. It was cool.
Okay. How about this time around? Winner gets to pick the next model kit.
So the loser has to buy it.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And obviously, we're not going to make each other pay the $100.
No. There's plenty of $20 models. That's fine.
Sorry, you're not getting your death scythe like that.
No, that's fine. I thought about that for you, so that's funny.
Oh, Jesus. I will glomp
That's
the
good.
shit out of you.
I know what that means because I'm old,
Yep.
but that still sounds gross.
Yes, it does. So where can they find us?
I was going to say, hit us up on the socials. Come talk to us. Find us on YouTube. We're all on all the podcast services. Still didn't do Amazon yet. It's been a busy week. I will get to that.
Yay.
But we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yes.
The twits.
And Threads. I actually post this on Threads, but I don't utilize it.
What the hell is Threads?
It's Facebook's version of Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah. It's more tied to Instagram than it is to Facebook.
Okay.
But we're on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I post our podcast everywhere I can. So if you have a social, we're on it. Except for like TikTok and Snapchat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hit us up. Let us know what your predictions are for the Game Awards.
Yes, I will put that in the Spotify link thing. Say, what are your predictions, or what is your game of the year? Ooh, yeah, let's close it out. What is your game of the year for this year?
My game that I play, my personal choice that that's been released this year that I would say mainstream. I'd have to go with Dreamlight. But if the actual winner,
That is very like that is I don't oh man, that's weird. I don't know how else to describe it. That's like it's like sneaking in under the radar. But that's fair. That is a fair answer because it technically was released full 1.0 today. So it did come out this year.
yeah,
I'll give you that.
and it's really the only game that I've played outside of mobile games.
Mm-hmm.
Can't throw Destiny into the mix because that thing's been around for years. So
Yeah. Destiny 2 is 6 years old now, I think.
oh Jesus,
Yeah.
yeah, because the kids are that old.
Yeah. I have played a lot this year. I try to keep up with playing games. Like I said, I haven't gotten to play Baldur's Gate 3 yet. I have a feeling that might take it. But until I get to play it, my game of the year is Alan Wake 2.
What do you guys think? Let us know.
I love that game so much. It's a lot of fun.
Say goodnight, Adam.
Wow, I just realized after all that I didn't pick Starfield.
Yeah.
After talking about it, being hyped about it, I picked Alan Wake.
You know what you
All
like.
right, time for I mean, I like Starfield. Don't get me wrong. But playing it for so long, there's definitely something missing,
Yep.
and I don't know what it is, and I can't place it. But I don't have that urge and drive to just keep going back to it. Whereas Alan Wake, I'm like, I need to see what happens next. I need to find these collectibles. I need to keep playing. So that tells me all I need to know.
Yeah. Well, goes to show you can build up a game for so long, but if it doesn't have it, it doesn't have it. You know.
Yep. There's just something not there.
Mm.
I like the game. It's just missing one thing, and I don't know what it is. I can't tell. It's just this feeling.
Maybe they'll update it at some point and be like, oh.
Maybe. I'll still visit it from time to time.
Yeah.
Now it's time to go visit my bed.
Yes. Now say goodnight.
You say goodnight.
Good night.
Goodbye.